Okay, this is note 7-2. We also did this last semester, so hopefully it should look familiar to you. I know we kind of struggled with this last semester, so hopefully it'll be a good refresh, and hopefully we can clear up some of the confusion that we had last semester. So this is factoring sums and difference of cubes. You do have two formulas that you need to follow. A cubed plus B cubed. This is your sum. So we can break that down into two factors, a plus b, and then a squared minus ab plus b squared. Then your difference of cubes is going to be a cubed minus b cubed. So then we can break that down into a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, so really the only difference is your signs. So make sure you recognize that difference. On your test or your quiz, you will be given those formulas. So you don't have to memorize these two formulas. Okay, just make sure you know how to use them. So an example problem states factor x cubed plus 125. So in one set of parentheses, you write the cube root of the first term, x, because if we take the cube root of x cubed, it's just x. Then we write the cube root of the second term, which is 5, because the cube root of 125 is 5. Your calculator can do this for you. You can go to math, and it's number 4. You can see the little cube root on the outside. So math number 4, and then I can type in 125, and that gives you my cube root of 5. Okay, so again, you don't have to memorize those. Your calculator will do it for you. Okay, so then in order to get the next factor, we already have your A and your B. So if you want to label that to help you, you can. Because technically what this is, that's A cubed and B cubed. Okay, so this is A, this is B. So in order to write the next factor, you have to square your first term, which is A. So if I square A, that's going to be x squared. Then you're going to multiply the terms and change the sign. So it's negative 5x, because the sign comes from the formula that's given to you. And then you have to square your second term. My B term is 5, so that means this term is 25. Okay, so this is how it should look. All right, so let's get some examples. I always like to find my cube roots first to help me identify A and B. I think that's easier. If you don't find that to be the case, that's fine. So what I want to do before I start anything is I want to take the cube root of 1000x cubed, and I want to take the cube root of 1. Okay, so if I do that, if I take the cube root, I can't take the cube root of 1000x cubed, but I can take, sorry, wrong button. I can take the cube root of 1000. So that means my A value is 10x. And if you take the cube root of 1, it's just 1. Okay, so that gives me my A value of 10x and my B value of 1. So now I can quickly plug it into the sum of cubes formula. So that's going to be A plus B. That's going to be 10x plus 1. And then I'm going to have A squared. So if I square A, 10x squared is going to be 100x squared. Because I have to square 10, I also have to square my x. Then when I multiply A times B, that's going to be minus 10x, because of the sign in your original formula. You have to go look up at the top. I don't have it here. And then you have plus B squared, and obviously 1 squared is 1. Okay, and this is your final answer. So there's not necessarily a lot of work involved. I just warn you, or I encourage you to find your A and your B first. That way you're essentially just plugging stuff into placeholders. Okay, so if we have x cubed minus 8, again, the first thing that I want to do is I want to take the cube root of both of these terms. So that's going to give me an a value of x, because if I take the cube root of x cubed, that's just x. And then if I take the cube root of 8, that's 2. Now, don't worry about the sign right here. Don't cube root of negative 8 and tell me your b is negative 2. That's going to give you answers that you're not going to like, okay? Or it's not going to end up correct. So make sure you're just taking the cube root of the number. The signs all work itself out later. Okay, so we have our x, our a and our b. Then we have to plug it into your formula. Again, reference it at the top. I can't fit it all into one. So if we have a minus b, that's going to be x minus 2. Then I have to have a squared, that's going to be x squared, plus ab, so I have to multiply 2 times x, so it's going to be plus 2x, and then plus b squared, which is 4. And that's your final answer. Okay, so you guys will do 2 and 4. Let's move on to this next section. So we need to factor, take out the GCF first, and then factor as a difference of cubes. So what we need to do is we need to find the greatest thing that we can take out of 7 and 64. So I believe I can take 3 out of both of those. No, can't do 3. Let's see. Okay, there's actually not a GCF in number 5. You can just factor this as a difference of, or sorry, a sum of cubes. So instead, I'm going to look at number 6. Not only can we factor out an 8, but I can also take, no, I can't. I'm sorry, wrong variable. The only thing I can do is factor out an 8. Once I factor out an 8, I'm going to have 8x to the 6th minus t to the 6th. Okay, because 64 divided by 8 is 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So you have to factor out your GCF first, then I can find my a and my b. So I can take the cube root of 8x to the 6th, and that's going to be 2x squared. And then my b value is the cube root of t to the 6th, so that's just going to be t squared. So when you take the cube root of an exponent, you're dividing it by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I still have to bring down my 8 that I factored out. Don't let it disappear. You're still going to need it. And then I can follow my difference of cubes rule. So I'm going to have a minus b, which is 2x squared minus t squared. And then I'm going to have a squared, so that's going to be 4x squared, right to the 4th, 4x to the 4th, plus a times b, so that's going to be plus 2x squared t squared. Okay, so when you're multiplying these two together, I can't combine the x's and the t's. They just stay separate. And then I have plus b squared, so that's going to be t to the 4th. And that would be your final answer. It's long, but again, you just got to factor out first, just like we have been, find your a and your b, and then plug it into your formula. Okay, on the back, I do want you to do these problems, but do not worry about number 7 and number 8. Those are obviously dealing with fractions, and we don't want to deal with that. let's see. You'll have to take a GCF on this one, and you'll have to take a GCF on these two as well. I'll give you a hint on number 6. Your GCF is going to be R. There's no number that I can take from both of these, but I can take R from both. And if you need a refresher, that's just going to give me S cubed plus 64. Then you can identify A and B and plug it into the formula. So tomorrow you will have a quiz in Canvas over polynomial stuff that we did today, as well as adding and subtracting or some different cubes. That quiz again is in Canvas for you. I will be back on Monday.